You probably started your day by doing something productive, chopping vegetables for a meal, studying for a test, or maybe fixing a wobbly chair. But would you call any of that work? Usually, when we hear the word work, a very specific picture comes to mind. We imagine swiping a badge at an office, wearing an official uniform, and most importantly, getting a paycheck at the end of the month. When we perform a task specifically to trade our effort for money, we are engaging in an economic activity. It's a direct swap, your skill and time in exchange for a specific payment or fee. Take this page showing Rajesh, a carpenter. He buys raw wood and uses physical effort to build furniture. Selling the chair for 1,000 rupees minus the 600 spent on wood leaves a 400 rupee difference. This is the monetary value of his skill. Getting paid keeps the lights on, stocks the grocery store shelves, and builds our roads. But if we only use a paycheck to measure effort, we ignore half of the vital work happening around us every single day. Think back to those tasks from your morning: a parent spending 2 hours cooking a nutritious family dinner, or a neighbor helping carry groceries up the stairs. No one hands them a paycheck when the job is done. These are non-economic activities. Instead of chasing a financial reward, this effort is driven by a sense of love, personal duty, or a desire to support the people living nearby. This page shows examples of professionals applying their skills for free. Notice the top left panel showing a grandfather offering free geography lessons to local kids, and the bottom right describing a software engineer who teaches computer skills on the weekend as a volunteer. The physical exhaustion and the mental focus required are often identical. A restaurant chef and a parent both stand over a hot stove carefully measuring ingredients. The only difference is that one generates money and the other does not. Because money isn't the goal, the final result takes a different form. Pouring time into your community strengthens the bonds between neighbors and brings a deep sense of personal satisfaction to the person doing the work. Earning a wage provides financial security. Giving your time freely creates trust, shared knowledge, and a local support system that people can rely on when times get tough. Dedicating time to unpaid community work has deep historical roots in India. This practice is called seva. It involves rolling up your sleeves and directly serving others with absolute dedication, without expecting any reward or praise in return. Historic leaders like Swami Vivekananda, pictured here, taught that when you are doing any work, you should devote your whole life to it for the time being, treating that service with the same focus and respect usually reserved for worship. You can see this philosophy thriving today in a traditional langar or community kitchen at a gurudwara. Look at the sheer scale of this operation, with everyday people working over the hot stoves to make rotis. These kitchens feed thousands of visitors a day. Everyone sits side by side on the same floor and eats the same food, regardless of their wealth. And the entire system runs on the energy of unpaid volunteers. A langar demonstrates that humans can organize and execute massive, complex operations that keep thousands of people alive, using shared responsibility instead of a cash register. If a group of volunteers can run a massive kitchen, it raises a larger question: can unpaid work solve problems that affect an entire country? Take an issue like widespread deforestation or a local river choked with discarded plastic. These are massive, intimidating problems that impact millions of people and threaten local wildlife. To tackle these issues, citizens often organize community drives. Through initiatives like the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan for cleaning public spaces or Van Mahotsav for planting trees, people gather to restore their environment by hand. To handle jobs this big, people often form independent groups called NGOs, or non-governmental organizations. These groups are run by everyday citizens rather than the government, allowing neighbors to pool their resources to fix a specific problem in their area. There is no secret salary hidden in these community drives. NGOs rely entirely on people willing to sacrifice a Saturday afternoon to pick up trash or dig soil, purely out of care for their neighborhood. When hundreds of people pool their unpaid time together, those isolated acts of kindness multiply. They remove tons of waste from rivers and plant thousands of oxygen-producing trees, creating measurable physical changes in the world. A functioning society is essentially built on two distinct pillars, and it needs both to stand up. Economic activities construct the physical shape of a town. They fund the concrete for the roads, the glass for the hospitals, and the roofs over our heads. But non-economic activities weave the invisible web between the people living inside those buildings. The money we earn allows us to purchase groceries and pay for electricity. The time we freely give away is what generates empathy, builds deep trust, and makes a neighborhood a place you actually want to live in. You don't need a diploma, a special uniform, or an official job title to start contributing. You already have the tools to make an impact right where you are. So what kind of invisible value will you choose to create in your community today?